Stick here back inside of Watch Dogs. Today I'm inside the Bad Blood DLC doing Looking for Trouble Part 1, which is the Fox Hunt Investigation, which is the first one you unlock. Now, while playing Part 1 of Act 2, you'll come across this conversation, and you get the prompt for Fox Hunt. And now I'm going to show you the 5 places. Now, the first one is on the island. Actually, you can find these on the map. Just a couple of these are a little trickier than others, specifically the end of this one, which has you hacking your way back into the bunker. Yeah, that's not a fun one. We'll get to that one. That one took me about 20 minutes to figure out. Actually, it took me more like 10 minutes, but I sped it up at the end. Anyway, so collect that. You got your first audio log of, technically, they do say it's 4. It's technically 5, but it is wrong. It is 6 parts. Next is off the highway just to the west of the bunker. Yeah, don't jump off the bridge before I parked because you will die. Jump in the water. Or you can be smart and go to the edge of the, whatever that place is called, the bunker, and travel your way back. And if you don't know who that was the Fox. If you remember, I believe it was either the beginning of the DLC or the end of the game. Anyway, on the east side, near the parks, you'll come to this giant-ass structure. I'm not from Chicago, so I have no idea what this structure is. So someone from Chicago, please tell me what it is in the comments, because I have no idea what it is, and I'm too lazy to look it up. Anyway, once you set that little thing, that little turntable thing, we're going to scan this person's phone, listen to them talk about Aiden and how they want money for his location. Which, oddly enough, he's in St. Louis. And there you go. Next, we're going to head on down to this pharmacy store. I didn't bring up the map because I wasn't thinking. I was trying to get this done as fast as possible, and still make a guide out of it. But anyway, the locations are on the map. They will show up. Anyway, we're going to have to go to the very back of this area over here, and in this little corner is our first unlock. And meanwhile, back at that same door we parked at is the second. Once we do that, then we can move our way inside, take a right, and sitting right here on the floor is a computer which allows us to listen in on a conversation, which begs the question, what the hell is this pharmacist up to, and why is he contacting a hit family people? Family people hitman? Whatever. Anyway, we're going to move back to the bunker, which spawns the second to last part of this mission investigation thing. This is the hardest part of it, in my opinion. We have to hack this. Yes, it is as difficult as it looks. I only sped this up slightly so that way you guys can follow along, but yeah, it's not get totally winded. Pause this as you need to. This can be a bit irritating, strictly because, well, it is. Well, in the meantime, while you're doing this, I recently bought a 3DS and got Pokemon Y, and eventually going to get the other Pokemon because I grew up with Pokemon. So what if it's childish? Fuck you. Anywho, moving on from that, this actually does get quite long. So while you guys are doing this, I'm going to enjoy this this drink I got next to me. So carry on. Whatever, I don't have much to talk about right now. This one, someone wants to talk about jQuery and JavaScript, which is a language I don't quite understand. Fun, right? But yeah, this one specifically gave me a bit of a problem for a while. This one specifically. As you can see why. The only recommendation I have is just try and follow the lines as much as you can. That's all I can really say. And even then, you're still going to get quite confused. And as you can see, I finally figured it out. And this was not an easy one to figure out in the first place. It's actually one of the harder puzzles, other than the one actually towards the end you have to do, and that one I also sped up slightly, but not by much. Anywho, this actually does get quite irritating as well. But unfortunately, unlike some of the other ones, you're forced to get firewalled and anything like, I don't know, the end of the regular game, vanilla game. You want to call it vanilla? Sure, it's called vanilla. There's that one hacking sequence. Yeah, that one tended to get quite. There we go. And before we continue, I'm just going to show you what I have as a final result for the last, after you unlock the final section. 2 of them don't matter, the other ones do, obviously. Once you do that, you're going to come across this conversation, which I obviously sped up for obvious reasons, because it is a long conversation. We're going to have to hack this camera, hack the camera behind this creepy lady. Yep, this one. Then we're going to go to her phone, and we're going to plant a bug, which I don't know how you can do that wirelessly, honestly. But then again, CTOS was just obsessed with, controlling shit. Now, if you remember this back of the room, this is that server wall. Remember that? Yeah, I remember that Assassin's Creed Easter egg. Again, this is only sped up slightly, only because, again, this is a hacking sequence, and these hacking sequences can get a bit testy. Obviously, no pun intended. Moving on. There's 3 segments to this. This one, second one, and the third one, obviously enough. I don't know why they do that. It says I had it unlocked, but then maybe it's because they just want me to think I have it unlocked or something. Who knows? Anywho, some of these are actually quite easy once you get the hang of it. Once you do, though, yeah, there we go. Again, it does get a little irritating. And this is the final segment. This is actually the easiest one of all. And you're out. And all you gotta do is press B, which I also thought, hey, there's something else I have to do. Nope. Then you're gonna hear a quick phone call between those gangsters. Remember that the pharmacy store gangster guy? Yeah. You make a phone call between him. There's a phone call between someone and one of those family people. Now on the left side of the map, near this area right there, is where our final area is for the final part of this investigation. It's the actual investigation part, where we have to find 3 separate mafia people. Mafia, that's what I was looking for the word. I'm tired. Live with it. Had a long night. Anyway, so if you remember this little area, this is one of the bunkers that you get as a fast travel anyway. I don't know why you would put a junction box in the back of a tanker car. I don't get it. It makes no sense. Moving on. We're going to wander around for a bit. Unfortunately, it takes a little bit to find him, but I found him by this apartment complex over here. I don't know if this is scripted or if the guy just wanders around. I honestly don't know. Anyway, going to Mendez's house. Dr. Mendez, Jack's psychiatrist. We're going to go to her house now, and in the back of the house is the junction box we need. There's a lookout right here. And this took me a little while. When I found this guy, he was right across the street from the house, but I'm not sure if, again, the guy wanders or whatever, so please don't quote me on that. Anyway, last place we have to go is to Nikki's house. Good old Nikki. Always liked her. At least her character, at least. A lot less mopey than good old Aiden. This one took me a little bit longer to find due to the fact that, well, you have a larger search radius and everything. Happy fun time. But I don't know how, but I think I found him in front of Nikki's house. Again, don't quote me on it because it looks as though, it seems as though they wander around a bit, so there's a bit of trial and error on this. But anyway, you'll call Aiden, tell him that everything is fine, you basically saved his bacon. He'll get the fox hunt investigation complete, and there you go, we are halfway done with this achievement. So anyway, thank you guys for watching. If this helped you, hit like. If you want to see more, hit subscribe, and as always, have a great and beautiful day, and I will see you guys all next time.